शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणे विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरोर्मूर्तिः पूजामूलं गुरोः पदं मंत्रमूलं गुरोर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरोः कृपः। नमोस्तुते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। My humble prostrations to the lotus feet of my Pujya Gurudev, Pujya Sadguru, Sri 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 Sai Kumar Ji, and my namaskars to Ashram's Uttaradhikari, Sri Kirtima Ji. Sai Shwa Hari Om to all of you. A very warm welcome to all of you. The Bhagavad Gita is not a small book like a novel. In fact, it is a conscious divine being. Generally, when we complete reading a book, we keep the book back into the bookshelf and never bother to look at it again. But the Gita is not a book of that kind. It has to be with us forever and ever till we are alive. In adversities and afflictions of family lives, the help it renders to the jiva is very efficacious. A disciple is gripped by confusion with unresolved doubts, and the presence of the Guru beside such a disciple with unresolved doubts, what happens? The presence of the Guru, it confers upon him happiness and peace. He feels very happy. Likewise, the presence of the Gita with one who is afflicted by the ills of mundane existence, by the ills of this human life, it boosts in him confidence, courage, fearlessness, patience, and above all, love and devotion. Did you know what Sri Mahavishnu told Bhudevi? Wherever the Gita is sung, wherever the Gita is explained, wherever the Gita is recited, I reside in that place. These are the words of Lord Vishnu to Bhudevi. So therefore, the house where the recitation of the Gita or the teaching of the Gita or the preaching of the Gita takes place, that house becomes the revered abode of Lord Sri Mahavishnu. That means that house will be transformed into a temple. In the words of Pujya Sadguruji, Gita leni illu truppu pattina illu. A house without the Gita is a rusted house. Therefore, the voice of the Gita should reverberate in every house. Then only that house will become sacred, the abode of God, a temple. We listen to the Gita once, that is not enough. Or we recite the Gita once, that is not enough. One reading or one recitation or one listening of the Gita preaching is not enough. For one reading or one recitation, you have to reflect upon the Gita 100 times. You have to reflect upon it. For example, an animal is there. Think a cow. A cow eats green grass. Then what it does? It goes to a place and sits comfortably, relaxes, and keeps on chewing and chewing the cud. Likewise, the spiritual aspirant, after reading a verse or after listening to the talk or after reciting a verse, he should contemplate on that, whatever, whether he has listened or he had recited or he has read, he should contemplate on that with one pointed concentration. Why? Then only he will be able to understand the depth of the Gita, the inner meaning of the Gita. Every time a new and new meaning he can take out from the Gita, because the Gita has so much depth in it. You may measure the depth of the ocean, but you cannot measure the depth of the Gita. It is immeasurable. Today, we are entering the 5th room in the Gita mansion. After Krishna instructed on Karma Yoga in the 3rd chapter and Jnana Yoga in the 4th chapter, a doubt arose in Arjuna's mind as to which among the two is the best, whether Karma Yoga is the best or Jnana Yoga is the best. The name of this chapter is Karma Sannyasa Yoga, the yoga of renunciation of action, the meaning of it. In the beginning of this chapter, Arjuna asked, Keshav, what should I do? Once you say you fight the war, and again you say you meditate. I am confused. I'm in a dilemma, Krishna. Should I undertake karma or should I renounce karma? Tell me, or should I sit in a corner and meditate? To this, Krishna gave an excellent reply. He said, Sannyasa karma yogascha 𝘕𝑚𝑒𝑠hreyasa tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo vishishyate. Karma sannyasa, renunciation of action, karma yoga, yoga of action, both lead to the highest bliss. But of these two, yoga of action, that is karma yoga, is superior to the renunciation of action, that is karma sannyasa. Karma yoga is superior. See that. Without action, without doing karma, how can one sacrifice karma? Now you're talking, this chapter deals with karma sannyasa, renouncing karma. So how can you renounce karma without undertaking karma? That is the point. See, the moment you wake up from bed, you are involved in action. The moment you get up from bed, what do? You attend nature's call. You brush your teeth, you take bath, you dress up, wear clean clothes, take your breakfast. All these are actions. All these are karmas. These are known as obligatory duties or nitya karmas. Supposing you don't do any of these works, you just sit idle. There also, you are doing karma. How? You'll ask me how. 24 hours, we are breathing in and out. Is not that karma? Inhalation and exhalation of breath, that is also karma. So apart from obligatory duties or nitya karmas, in life you have to do other karmas also, nishkama karmas. Dedicate everything to the feet of God and don't wish for the fruit of it. Undertake such nishkama karma that you purify your mind to renounce action. Undertake such karmas. Your mind should get purified with your karma. How? See, Ramana Maharshi, he had a title Bhagwan. Just think to what state he belonged. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, what he used to do in his leisure time, he used to stretch his legs and sit because he had joint pains, and he used to stitch leaf platters. You know leaf platters? In Telugu you call it istaraklu, vistarlu. He used to stitch those leaf platters of the moduga leaves. So one follower came and asked, Bhagwan, why are you doing this menial job? There's so many people to take care in the ashram. Why are you doing this? Bhagwan said, Annam Parabrahma Swarupam. And this leaf platter, in this leaf platter, you serve that food, Annapurna Devi, and it is appeasing somebody's hunger. It is going to fill somebody's stomach. What a great blessing it is. You should never sit idle. You should do some karma which is useful for your fellow men, for the society, said Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. So, we also should undertake such useful karmas so that our mind is purified. In the beginning itself, if we involve in karma yoga, that is, dedicate all our actions to God, then the mind gets purified. Through karma, because it is only through karma you can get bhakti. Bhakti is obtained. Through bhakti, you gain jnana. Through devotion, you get knowledge. And through knowledge, you are entitled for moksha or liberation. Without following the path of karma yoga, it is difficult to obtain jnana. In the beginning, when Arjuna said, I will not fight the war, it is better to live on begging than fight this war. What did Sri Krishna say? Did he say, okay, give up your weapons, take the japmala, wear the ochre robe, go to the Himalayas and sit in meditation? Did he say that? No, he didn't say that. Then what did he say? Kshaibhyam masmagamah parthanai tattva yupapadyate kshudraм 𝘠𝘠𝘪𝘵𝘢 𝘕𝑒𝑘𝑡𝑉 parantapa. He said, shake off that wretched weakness from your heart. Get up, arise, O scorcher of enemies, Arjuna. Get up and fight. Why did Sri Krishna say? He didn't ask him to take sannyasa. He said, get up and fight. That means you have to do your prescribed duty. So it is the duty of every person that they have to do their work for which they are born. You have to do your prescribed duty. You fight as a Kshatriya warrior. Do your duty and don't desire for the result. Therefore, knowledge cannot be obtained without doing karma yoga. You cannot become a jnani without becoming a karma yogi. Atma Shakti, the power of the Atma is not somewhere far away from us. It is in us only. At night, you sleep. Who is awake during that time? The body is sleeping, but who is awake? Who wakes you up in the morning? During sleep, the Atma is awake. Jagrati, Swapna, Sushupti states, the Atma is ever awake. It does not sleep. It has neither birth nor death. It is changeless. To know it is the main purpose of life, to know it. is the main purpose of life. We are the embodiments of Atma. We are all Atma Swarupas. The divine consciousness is present in this body. Until and unless we get rid of our weaknesses and flaws, we cannot perceive it. That is the main thing. Why are we not able to know who we are? Because we connect ourselves with the body only. We limit ourselves to the body. We confine ourselves to the body only. Why? Because there are weaknesses and flaws. Because of these weaknesses and flaws in us, we are in ignorance. As Sadhguruji says, "Ni balahinatalanu nu khandinchko." Get rid of your weaknesses. That's what Sadhguruji says. This is the basic foundation for any sadhana, for any aspirant. There is a beautiful story of Sri Krishna's childhood leelas in the 𝘁𝘁𝑉𝑎𝑔𝑎vatam. And every story of Sri Krishna carries a deep significance with which we have to learn from it. One day, the little cutie boy, Sri Krishna, woke up from bed in the early hours, say around about 4 o'clock in the morning. He opened the door and walked out of the house. It was pitch dark. The lane was pitch dark. There were many houses in that lane, and one main door of a house was slightly opened. Krishna saw that. He went into that house, and in the front room of the house, he saw a pot of butter hanging from the ceiling. So he thought, no, I should get that pot of butter. He searched here and there. He saw a stool. He took that stool, climbed on that stool, and put his hand into the pot of butter. The lady of the house was very old, very aged, and her vision was not that clear because due to age issues, her vision was not that clear. She had a blurred vision. So she could vaguely see a little boy entering a house, climb the stool, and put his hand into the pot of butter. She could see only the outline, that figure. So that lady asked, "Who are you?" You know what Krishna said? He didn't tell directly that I'm Krishna. He said, "I am Balram's younger brother." See, he introduces himself. "I am Balram's younger brother. Why did you come here?" the lady asked. "In this darkness, I mistook this to be my house." Krishna is saying, in this darkness, I thought this is my house, so I entered the house. Okay, fine. But why did you put your hand in the pot of butter? That lady asks again. Then he says, "Mother, yesterday when I took the cows for grazing, a calf went missing. I am searching for that calf. I'm looking for it. Maybe it is hiding in this pot." What does Krishna mean by this? He's saying, can you imagine a calf hiding in the pot of butter? No. The inner meaning of this divine Leela of young Krishna is that we ignorant people are acting like Krishna, Krishna is searching for the calf in the pot of butter. That means we are also searching for God in this material world, in this ephemeral world. It means that man is in search of God in this external objective world. It is useless to search here and there. He is dwelling in our innermost chambers of our heart. Time is fleeting. Age is advancing. We are growing every minute. We are changing every minute. We say happy birthday. 1 year we have grown old. We feel very happy. Oh, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. Many happy returns of the day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But for what? We should be grateful to God for giving us this priceless human birth. At the same time, we should reflect What did I succeed? How much sadhana did I do? And where do I stand in this world? Have I come nearer to God, or have I come nearer to material comforts and pleasures? We should ponder. So age is advancing, time is fleeting. Try to realize God in this short span of life. But how? You know King Parikshit, he followed the path of yoga for 7 days. He sacrificed his kingdom, his royal pleasures, he restrained his sense organs, he discarded everything. He thought, how do I cross this ocean of samsara? As he was pondering over this question, owing to his past fruitful karmic deeds, Shuka Maharshi entered his life. Shuka Maharshi did Bhagavata Saptaha. Why do you give so much importance to Saptaha? Saptaha means 7 days. Why so much importance to 7 days? As Sadhguruji says, there is no 8th day in our life. We have only 7 days in our life. And like a cycle, it is rotating and rotating those 7 days. Monday to Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 7 days. Sunday. Then Monday to Sunday. Then after Sunday, again start. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this goes on, and there is no 8th day. So there are Sapta Rishis, Sapta Samudras, Sapta Lokas above, Sapta Lokas below in the Patala. So 7 number has a great significance. Sapta Dvipas, 7 islands. 𝘕𝑗𝑢𝑟, the rainbow, is of 7 colors. So life is also of 7 days only. In these 7 days, we are born in these 7 days. We grow in these 7 days. We do our works in these 7 days. You enjoy life in these 7 days. You suffer life in these 7 days. You die in these 7 days. So 7 days has such importance. Life is of only 7 days. That is why we give so much importance to number 7. They say Saptaha, Bhagavata Saptaha. So Shuka Maharshi performed the Bhagavata Saptaha and blessed King Parikshit. He became a blessed soul. Sri Krishna says, 𝑛avadvare pure dehi. Navadvare. The body is described metaphysically as a city of 9 gates. We have 9 gates in this body. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, mouth, urethra, and anus. These are the 9 gates of the body. The self is the ruling monarch of this 9-gated city or body. The self is not getting anything done, nor does it do anything. It is just a witness. It is Sakshi Bhutam. The lamp is burning. Is it asking you to come near it, or is it asking you to go far away from it? No, it is just a witness. A concert is going on the stage, or you can say a drama, a concert. There are so many big and small lights on the stage, focusing on the concert. As long as the concert continues, the lights are on. The lights are only a witness to the concert that is going on. Even so, the Atma is only a witness to what is happening in and around us. After Sri Krishna spoke all this, Arjuna again questioned Krishna. What is the cause of people's suffering? Then Sri Krishna gives a beautiful example. The sun is covered by the cloud. What does the sun do? It illuminates the entire world. But it is covered by the cloud. And when it is covered by the cloud, what happens? there is darkness around. Reason? It is not the sun, but the cloud that covers the sun. For the cloud to move away, there should be a stormy wind blowing. The cloud has to move, then only you get the light of the sun. And for the cloud to move away, there should be a stormy wind blowing. Then the sun will shine in all its brightness. There is no darkness in the sun. The darkness pervading the sky was because of the cloud. What is that cloud? If you refer it to us, it is ignorance of the Atma. We don't know what the Atma is. We are ignorance. Then what is it that we have to do? Remember, we say we have to reach God. No, it is not necessary to reach God. God is not somewhere far away from us. We have to realize God. He is within us. Just try to push away the cloud of ignorance. That is, remove the dirt clinging to the mind. Like in the earlier session, we had spoken about 𝘠𝘩𝘪𝘴𝘕 𝘠𝘩𝘪𝘴 𝘠𝘩𝘪𝘴. The dust is covering the mirror. Smoke is covering the fire. The amnion is covering the embryo. Even so, Kama Krodha is covering the Atma. These are the dirts clinging to the mind. So remove that dirt clinging. Then what are you? You are the self. You are the Atma Swarupa. You are the embodiment of the Atma. We are the Jivatmas. See, Jiva plus Atma is equal to Jivatma. Param plus Atma is equal to Paramatma. You remove Jiva, Param, what remains is Atma. So that we are the part and parcel of the Paramatma. Man is elated when something goes wrong. Sorry, when there is happiness. Man is elated in happiness and man becomes weak in suffering. So it is necessary to keep the mind in balance, then only man can experience peace and happiness. So how should we remain balanced? It's very difficult to talk, to say. It is very easy. It is very easy to give advice. But when it comes to our own self, to practically follow it, it's very, very difficult. Best example is we should have a timetable. When we were in school or college, we used to have timetables every day. Monday to Saturday, timetable. 7 periods a day. Before interval, 2 periods. After interval, 2 periods. Then lunch break. Then after lunch, 3 periods. Then go back home. So 1 period is for physics. 1 period is for chemistry. 1 is for computer science. 1 is for environmental studies. 1 is for maths. So like that you have 1 is for English. You have different periods. Even so, make a timetable in your daily life. You get up in the morning. The moment you get up, what you should do? Allot time for yoga. Allot time for pranayama. Allot time for walking. Allot time for your puja, your japa dhyana. Of course, keeping in mind your office timings also. Work is worship. So work is more important. Keeping in view your office timings, you divide your timetable, morning section 1 timetable, evening section 1. In that, have a period for shavasana also, because you're tired in the office, whole day you work, you get tired. So you have to relax the body and mind. Shavasana is the best. Shavasana is also a type of yoga and meditation. So that will come also under meditation. So if you have a timetable, no man can say, I don't have time. It's a lame excuse given by all the people. No time for japa, no time for puja. When you can spare time to attend nature's call, when you can spare time to sleep, can't you spare time, a little time for your meditation, for self-introspection. You should maintain a spiritual diary also. How many people did I scold today? To how many people did I do backbiting? What good work did I do today? Any charity from my side? Did I help any person? You should maintain a spiritual diary. This is how you can grow in life. Don't think earning money more and more is enough. Having bank balance is enough. Having insurance papers is enough. No, property papers is enough. You should have the bank balance of your spiritual treasure. Then only you can grow in life. Never allow the mind to be idle. You know, it is said, an idle brain is a devil's workshop. Obviously, it is a devil's workshop. It will entertain all negativity. That is why never keep the mind idle. If all negative emotions and thoughts are discarded by the brilliance of jnana, by the knowledge of jnana, the Atma will shine in full splendor. The different types of bulbs of different colors. You have different types of bulbs in your sitting room, in your dining room, in the hall. There is a difference in the variety of bulbs, but not the current. The electricity is the same. Likewise, there are differences in our physical structure, appearances. All of us are different. We don't look alike. Obviously, we have the same 𝘔𝘊𝘆𝑒𝑚𝑎 sharira, the physical body made out of the 5 elements, but our features differ. One is dark complexioned, one is a fair skinned guy, then one is tall, one is short, then one is smart looking, the other is disfigured, one is crippled, another is a very good bodybuilder. So there are so many differences. One is very beautiful, one is disfigured. So structure and appearances are different, however, but the Atma residing in each one of us, in every living creature, is one and the same. There's a beautiful story of Nachiketa. In order to obtain heavenly pleasures, sage 𝘷𝘪𝘀𝑎𝑣 performed the 𝑣𝑠ℎ𝑤𝑎jit yajna. In the yajna, the performer, whoever was performing the yajna, had to give away all his possessions, whatever he had, in dana, in charity. In ancient times, cows were designated as valuable and special possessions, and desiring a gift from the gods, 𝘷𝘪𝘀𝑎𝑣 decided to give all his cows in charity to the Brahmins. Nachiketa, the son of 𝘷𝘪𝘀𝑎𝑣, was a young boy, and he was observing the sacrificial ritual with innocence and interest. He was surprised to notice that his father was giving away only old and disabled cows, unable to give milk. See, when you give something in charity, it should be useful, not useless. But 𝘷𝘪𝘀𝑎𝑣 was giving away those cows which were useless. Nachiketa was very intelligent and with purity of heart. He told his father that he has heard that in this 𝑣𝑠ℎ𝑤𝑎jit yajna, one has to give up all that one possesses. So he inquired, "Father, to whom will you give me away?" 𝘷𝘪𝘀𝑎𝑣 did not give any reply. After some time, Nachiketa asked the same question, but in vain. He did not get any response from his father. Again, for the 3rd time, Nachiketa repeated the same question. 𝘷𝘪𝘀𝑎𝑣 could not control his temper. He got very angry with his son. He burst out saying to his own son, "I will give you to Yama, the god of death." Nachiketa follow the words of his father. He thought, I should keep up my father's words, and went to Yamaloka to meet Yama. Unfortunately, however, Yama was not present then. None dared to admit Nachiketa into Yama's abode. So he waited near the abode for 3 days and 3 nights without taking even a sip of water. When Rama returned and found Nachiketa at his doorstep, he felt sad for keeping a young Brahmin boy for 3 days and 3 nights without food and water. He kept him waiting. He said, oh, it's wrong of me to keep this little boy waiting. That too 3 days and 3 nights he waited for me. He ordered his attendants to fetch holy water to invite and welcome Nachiketa. So Nachiketa was given a warm welcome into Yama's chamber. Yama told Nachiketa, I have not done good by keeping you waiting for 3 days. So I request you to ask for 3 boons. Nachiketa asked Yama, O Lord, the first boon I ask for is, let my father not be anxious about me, and let his anger against me vanish. He should accept me lovingly. When I go to him, he should accept me lovingly. Second boon, teach me the prescribed ritual for the fire sacrifice. Yama agreed and taught him. And the third boon, teach me Brahma-vidya. Yama said, do not ask me matters concerning about supreme knowledge. Ask me something else. I will grant all your wishes other than that. Yama was not ready to impart the knowledge of the Supreme. But Nachiketa persisted and said, O Lord Yama, I only wish to know about the supreme knowledge of Atmic splendor. Yama tried to offer Nachiketa worldly pleasures so that he may change the nature of his request. He may ask for another boon as the third boon. But Nachiketa insisted by stating that all the worldly pleasures are short-lived. They are not permanent and do not render everlasting happiness. It was too difficult for Yama to change the mind of young Nachiketa. So finally, he agreed to tell Nachiketa the secret knowledge of the Vedanta and the knowledge of the Atman. This is how the Kathopanishad came into existence. It is the conversation, the Kathopanishad is the conversation between Lord Yama and Nachiketa. Nachiketa is noted for his rejection of material desires which are ephemeral, for his single-minded pursuit of the path of salvation and self-knowledge. In this world, there are 3 categories of people. Uttama, Madhyama, Adhama. Uttama means first grade quality, Madhyama, second grade, Adhama means third grade quality. Uttama category of people are those who think in terms of everything is yours and everything that I possess is also yours. Like in Hindi, it sounds beautiful. Tera hi tera, mera bhi tera. Tera hi tera, everything is yours. What is yours is yours. Mera bhi tera, what I possess, that is also yours. Madhyama category people are those who think in terms of yours is yours, mine is mine. Tera hi tera, mera hi mera. And Adhama category of people are those who think in terms of Mine is mine, yours is also mine. Mera hi mera, tera bhi mera. The third category of people are those people whose mentality is born of ignorance. The sage of equal vision is this. So when we have these three types of people, Sri Krishna talks about the sage of equal vision. Who is he? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihasani Shuni Chaiva 𝘨𝑚𝑒𝑐𝑒𝑐𝑎 Panditaha Samadarshinaha. The sages look with equal eye on a Brahmana endowed with knowledge and humility, on a cow, on an elephant, on a dog, and on the outcast. They have the same vision. So this is equal vision sage. There's a beautiful example given by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa regarding this Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Once a guru and his disciples were traveling through a jungle. The guru had taught the disciples, God is in all creatures and we should bow down to God in everyone and everything. God is everywhere. Next day, when the disciples were getting fruits for their meals, suddenly they heard a sound, a very huge sound from a distance, a bellowing or hollowing sound, trumpeting and crashing sound of a mad elephant wild with rage. All of a sudden, he was crashing through the jungle precisely in the direction of the assembled group of disciples who were collecting fruit. The Mahout was shouting to all in front of him, get out of the way, get out of the way. The elephant is mad, it is coming. Take care, get out of the way. Seeing the approaching danger, all the disciples began to run hither and thither except for one. He remembered the Guru's words, God is in all creatures. We should bow down to God in everyone and everything. Even though the elephant was thundering towards him, the Mahout was shouting also, get out of the way, get out of the way. But this disciple, without getting out of the way, he bent down with folded hands and started doing namaskara, pranams to the elephant. And what did the elephant do? It just came crashing, took him with the trunk and threw him somewhere. Luckily, he fell on bushes and sand. There was some mud there. He fell on that heap of mud and bushes. So he didn't get that much hurt. The elephant then plunged towards him, picked him up with his trunk, smashed him to the side and thundered on through the jungle. The disciple came back after the elephant had gone, all the other disciples, and finding this disciple unconscious, they brought him to the Guru. When he came to his senses, the Guru asked him, why did you not run away? You know what the disciple said? Gurudev, you yourself have said that God is in all creatures and we should bow down to God in everyone and everything. I have simply followed your words, Gurudev. The Guru replied, it is true. God is in everyone, in every creature, and God is in that elephant. But there was another God who was calling you out, the Mahout. God was in that Mahout also. He was calling you out, get out of the way, get out of the way. Then why didn't you listen to that God? When God is in all creatures, he is in the elephant, he is in the Mahout. You should have listened to the Mahout's words. So this is how people act. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihasani. When we are talking of that, a sage of equal vision, in general parlance, there are three types of visions. Deha Drishti. Drishti means vision. Dehadrishti, Manodrishti, Atmadrishti. What is Dehadrishti? Dehadrishti means we see the physical appearance of a person and judge. There is a saying in English, don't judge a book by its cover. But we judge people by the outer covering, the physical appearance. That is Dehadrishti. We say, she is beautiful, she is ugly, she is awkward, he is smart, he is handsome, he is dark, he is fair. Oh, what beautiful features he has. What a beautiful structure, what a beautiful figure. We talk in terms of that. Dehadrishti. Manodrishti, we see the mental faculty, the knowledge, the mental knowledge they have, the mental faculty, how much intelligence they have, how smart they are. When you go to a corporate office for an interview, what do you see? What do you find there? Corporate office, when they interview you, they see your physical appearance, Dehadrishti, and they see your mental outlook, how smart you are, how you can communicate with people, how well you can communicate, how well you can impress your clients. Manodrishti. So Dehadrishti and Manodrishti. Dehadrishti is you see the physical aspects, Manodrishti is you see the mental aspects. And Atmadrishti. Atmadrishti is Aham Atma 𝘠𝘪𝘴𝘩 𝑠arvabhūtāshe sthitah. You see the Atma dwelling in all creatures. That is Atmadrishti. You find no difference between, like how we said, 𝘙𝘩𝘪𝘀𝘍 𝘨𝑝𝑎𝑘𝑒𝑐𝑎 panditaha samadarshina. 𝘙𝘩𝘪𝘀𝘍, whether a dog or what you say, Hastini, elephant, Gavi, cow, an outcast, a Brahmin, all are equal to him, because the wise man sees, he has the darshan of the Atma in all these living creatures. So this is Atmadrishti. If a number of gold ornaments are given for sale to a jeweler is there, a jewelry shop, you take all your ornaments, your waist belt, your hand belt, your necklace, earrings, ear tops, everything you take. What does the jeweler do? He sees the gold in it and weighs the gold and values it according to the gold. Likewise, all pots are made of the earth clay. The reality in all of them is the clay. Therefore, the sages also see the all-pervading Atma everywhere. Hence, they possess equal vision. This is jnana. This is knowledge. Having Atma, what you say, Atma Drishti is the highest knowledge. Shaknoti haiva yas sodum prak sharira vimokshanath kama krododbhavam vegam sayuktaha sasukhi naraha. He who is able to resist the impulse of desire and anger before he quits his body, before he leaves this body, he is a yogi, he is a happy man. That means you have to get rid of your vicious tendencies. The two most important and dangerous ones are kama and krodha. Kama means just don't take it for lust itself. Kama means desire, any desire. Our Sadhguruji says, you may rent your house or car, but do not give way to your priceless body and mind to lust, anger, greed, attachment, pride, and jealousy. They will ruin your life. Kama plays a pivotal role. Kama is desire, without which there is no existence at all. Because without desire, there is no life only. It is because of desires we attain this life. It is the central force propelling man into action. Nevertheless, when misused, it develops into lust and attachment and destroys the individual. What is lust? In the words of Sadhguruji, lust is worse than dust. Krodha or anger is extremely dangerous and destroys the person in a second. Anger is a result of unfulfilled desires. Anger begets loss of memory, destruction of discrimination, and ruins life. Krodhat bhavati sammohat, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramshad. Your smriti is gone, destroyed. Smriti bhramshad buddhi nasho. It destroys the buddhi. Buddhi nashat pranashyati. That is how you get destroyed. It is one of the gates to hell. It is worse than a blazing fire. It erupts like a volcano. We offer anger freely. We keep a grumpy face, but we smile rarely. Smile is very rare to us. Anger is very free to us. Without any cost, we get angry. But to get a smile on a face, we have to pay for it. Control anger. Like there's a story which Sri Ramakrishna says, hiss but don't bite. A cobra was there. It was biting all the people. So once Narada happens to see that cobra, a deadly cobra, and he tells that cobra, why do you waste your lifetime by biting everybody? Do some good deeds. Don't bite people. And he initiates it with a mantra. So from that day onward, the cobra stopped biting people. So noticing this, that the cobra is not attacking anybody, small boys started throwing pebbles at it. From pebbles, it came to stones. They started attacking the cobra. This cobra became very, very weak. His whole body was bruised, wounded, it was bleeding. So again, Narada happens to come and he sees the cobra and he asks, what happened? What is this? Why did you become so weak? I gave you the mantra. Are you not chanting that mantra? He said, the cobra said, I am following your instructions. Because I am following your instructions, this is my state of condition. I'm not biting anybody and people are just taking advantage of me and attacking me. Then Narada said, you fool, I told you not to bite, but I didn't ask you, I didn't say don't hiss. Hiss, but don't bite. So in everyday life, sometimes anger becomes an essential commodity for each and every one of us. But it should be from the throat. We shouldn't take in and poison, toxify our system. It toxifies the system, anger. So we should take care not to toxify our system and spoil our health. Mind gets disturbed every time when desire and anger make the evil appearance in it. You notice when we are angry, the mind is not at peace. We are disturbed. We are restless. The reflection of an object gets hazy and broken on the surface of the disturbed water. Likewise, the presence of Atma is obscured in a disturbed mind. The mind should become calm and serene through the conquest of desire and anger. Meditation then becomes easy and spontaneous. Put salt in water, what happens? It dissolves in the water. You cannot separate the salt from the water. Likewise, merge the mind in Paramatma. It will dissolve. What remains is Atma. As I told you, Jivam plus Atma, Param plus Atma. When you merge the Jivam in Atma, it is Atma only. That is Brahmananda. To gain this state of bliss, Satpurushas discard even kingdoms. There are three types of Ananda. We are running short of time, so we'll discuss it again after some time. It is Vishyananda, Bhajanananda, Brahmananda. So Vivekananda said, so long as we require something else to make us happy, we are beggars. So Vishyananda, Bhajanananda, Brahmananda. Brahmananda is the highest. We are the embodiments of bliss. It is within us. The ignorant man hunts for happiness in the external world. He fancies he is obtaining it there, but no sooner he clutches at it than it vanishes. This is due to happiness not being inherent in external things. In search of happiness, the senses get extroverted, only to be foiled. Atma is bliss, therefore, real happiness is in itself. The core of one's being is Brahman, realizing which everlasting beatitude is gained. So now we end this session. So one thought for the day, like, do all the good you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, by all the means you can, as long as ever you can. Now we'll repeat the slokas. First we'll do with the Dhyana shloka number 5 and Gita chapter 5 sloka. Okay. Vasudeva Sutam Devam.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam. Vasudeva Sutam Devam. Vasudeva Sutam Devam.
Kamsachanuramardanam.
Kamsachanuramardanam. Kamsachanuramardanam. Kamsachanuramardanam.
Devaki Paramanandam.
Devaki Paramanandam. Devaki Paramanandam. Devaki Paramanandam.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam.
Devaki Paramanandam. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Devaki Paramanandam. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam. Devaki Paramanandam. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Now we'll repeat the 5th chapter sloka. Sannyasa karma yogascha.
Sannyasa karma yogascha.
Nishre-
Sannyasa karma yogascha. Sannyasa karma yogascha.
Nishreyasa karavubhau.
Nisreya sakaravubhau. Nisreya sakaravubhau. Nisreya sakaravubhau.
Tayostu karma sannyasat.
Tayostu karma sannyasat. Tayostu karma sannyasat. Tayostu karma sannyasat.
Karma yogo vishishyate.
Karma yogo visishyate. Karma yogo visishyate. Karma yogo visishyate.
Sannyasa karma yogascha nishreyasa karavubhau.
Sannyasah karma yogascha nishreyasakara
तयोस्तु कर्म संन्यासात् कर्म योगो विशिष्यते
Tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate sannyasah karma yogascha nisreya sakarau tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate.
Now we'll repeat this first, the Dhyana slokas from Om Parthaya.
Om Pathaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gradhitam Purana Muninam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamrutavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadasadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Vindayatapatra Netra Enatvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraika Panaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gitamruta Duhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Pardo Vassah Sudirbhokta Dugdam Gitamrutam Mahate Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramarthanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Sri Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samavetayoyosavaha Mamakah Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya Arjuna Uvacha Nakangshe Vijayam Krishna Nacharajyam Sukhani cha Kim no Rajyena Govindha Kim Bhogajivitena va Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Jatasya hi dhruvo mrutyuho dhruvam janma mrutasya cha tasmada pariharyethe natvam sochitumarhasi niyatam kuru karmatvam karmajyayoshya karmanaha sirirayatra pichate na prasiddhyeda karmanaha paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge sannyasah karma yogascha nishreyasakaravubhau tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate.
Now, the closing prayer. I hope all of you are chanting the slokas in your respective places. Please do chant them and learn them. Om सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम तत्सत। Meet you all again in the next session. Till then, Hari Om.